Hi everyone! Welcome to Souped Up Recipes. I'm in the Sunshine State, Florida. Even though it is autumn season, here it's still hot and tropical. Today, I'm going to introduce you 3 of my favorite drinks. They're so easy to make, very healthy and delicious. So let's get started. The first one is a Strawberry-Oolong tea. Strawberry has a really nice red color. It is slightly sour and sweet, which makes a good combination with oolong tea. This is the tea I'm using. Any oolong tea that you can find will work. Doesn't need to be a specific brand. The introduction says for every cup of water, use 1 tea bag. I like to do a higher ratio because once the tea is made, you will dilute it with ice. Take the tea out and tie them together. I am using a fork to hold all the tea strings so they're not going anywhere while boiling. The camera didn't catch that, but that is what I'm doing on the side of the pot. 8 tea bags, 5 cups of water. Move the tea bags around a little bit so they can get soaked completely. Cover it and bring it to a boil. Once it is bubbling, open the lid and move the tea bags around. Let it sort of air out a little bit because it could overflow if you're not careful. Cover it and let it simmer on low heat for another 2 minutes. You don't need to do this for making regular tea. But for making fruit tea, I like to get the most of tea flavor out of the tea bags. 2 minutes later, take the tea bags out and squeeze all the liquid. Add some sugar, taste and adjust the sweetness. You want it to be a bit sweeter than what you normally like because we will add ice into the tea. I'm sorry that the camera wasn't focused. It is hard to cook and film at the same time. After the sugar, an optional ingredient is strawberry jam. Just to give the tea another level of strawberry taste so it has depth of flavors. I used about 4 tablespoons of it. Again, you can adjust the sweetness as you like. Let it sit without the lid so it can cool down a little bit. While waiting, we can prepare the strawberries. Wash them and remove the green leaves. I am pressing and crushing the strawberries, then roughly chop it. I know this doesn't sound and look good. They look a bit awful actually. You can blend them if you want. Just personally, I prefer this way because it is quite fun to take a sip and be able to chew the real strawberries. I also reserved 5 strawberries, slice them, and that will be our garnish. After you finish that, the tea should still be a bit warm. That is okay. It doesn't need to be super cold because it takes forever to wait. Fill up your jar with ice and pour the tea in. Add in the crushed strawberry, and please don't laugh at me that I use chopsticks to make drinks. I'm Chinese. I use chopsticks for everything. Anyway, mix the drink so the red color can spread out. That way, it looks so beautiful and elegant. And don't forget to add strawberry slices. There you go. A beautiful drink. Super healthy. Sometimes I like to wake up early in the morning and spend 20 minutes to make the tea. Then I have enough drinks for 2 days. It's just such a good thing to do for yourself. The second drink is an orange green tea. It is also easy to make. This one, we're using green tea. Same as the first one. I like to use a higher ratio than the instruction says. So, 4 cups of water, 8 tea bags. Bring it to a boil. The first tea, I let it simmer on low heat after boiling, but for green tea, I don't do that because overcooking it will take away the freshness of the green tea. Squeeze out all the liquid that is left in the tea bag. Add some sugar to taste. You can also skip the sugar if you want this to be sugar-free. It is up to you. Leave it uncovered so it can cool down a little bit. While waiting, you can prepare the orange. What I like to do first is to grate some orange zest. That is where all the orangey flavor is concentrated. It is very strong and tropical, gives the drink so much citrusy flavor. After you had enough orange zest, you can start squeezing the juice. Cut them in half first. You could use the commercial orange juice, it just won't be as fresh as this. Also, you don't get to grate the zest. It will be so much easier if you have a juicer, but a fork works well too. From 5 big orange, I get about 2 cups of juice. By the way, you won't get these orange meat from the commercial juice. That is my favorite part. So fun to drink. Also, I slice an orange for garnish. Honestly, you don't really need to do this if you don't chase for the presentation. Okay, now we have everything, we can make the drink. Fill up your jar with ice, orange juice in, then the orange zest. There is a risk of over-adding it because it tastes slightly bitter. 1 tablespoon of the orange zest is the amount that I think it brings enough flavor without ruining the drink. Pour in the green tea. An important note, do not mix the hot tea with the juice directly, or else it kind of ruins the flavor of the orange. All citrusy fruit does that. I love this drink. Green tea gives you a feeling of spring season. Very healthy and delightful, goes so good with the fresh orange. It is great when you need a nice cold drink. The last one is a lemon black tea. It is like an upgrade lemonade, but much more delicious. You can still use tea bags, but since I have the black tea that I got from China, I'm going to use this. For every cup of water, I like to use 6 grams of loose tea. So total 5 cups of water, 30 grams of tea. Bring this to a boil and let it cool down a little bit. Drain it so you can get rid of the leaves. Black tea is actually called Hong Cha in China, which means red tea. That refers to the color of the liquid. I put it under the bright light so you can see how nice it is. Add some sugar to taste, mix it well, let it cool down a little bit, and we can juice our lemon. Same as what we did to the orange, just cut it in half and juice it. I don't have a juicer, so I use a fork. I also have a sieve to drain the seeds. If you want this to be quick and easy, you can use bottled lemon juice. I prefer fresh ones though. I got 1 cup of lemon juice from 12 lemons. Set that aside. Next, I'm going to make my magic ingredient. That will be sweet mint paste. Some fresh mint leaves, put it in a mortar pestle, add some sugar to help to grind it. You can also use a blender. I don't have that today and a mortar pestle is my only choice. Taste it a little bit. I just love that fresh mint flavor. Very nice, cool and sweet. We're gonna use about 1.5 tablespoons of that. Add it to the jar along with the lemon juice. Pour in the black tea. Top some lemon slices and some fresh mint leaves. Mix it up and it's done. This is my favorite tea out of these 3 recipes. It tastes like lemonade, but way better than that. That black tea and mint are the keys. You see me use fresh fruit slices to decorate the drink in this video, which is not necessary at all, but quite important for pictures. You can put that on Facebook, Instagram. Sometimes you just need a little nice looking and delicious cold drink to make your day. These are my daily drinks. I don't drink coffee, no alcohol. To me, fruit and tea is a really nice and healthy combination. I can drink them every single day. I hope you give them a to you. If you did, leave me a comment and let me know how it went. As always, you can check the description for the written down recipe. If you like my show, subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any episode. And I'll see you next time. Bye!